The basic desire of all beings is the desire to live. All other desires are included in this basic desire. We can satisfy our desires only if we live. Therefore, basically, our main desire is the desire for living, the desire to live. That is the basic desire of all unenlightened beings. Once one is enlightened, there is neither a desire to live nor a desire to die. In fact, enlightenment means extinction of all desires. That is why enlightenment is referred to as tanhakaya. The complete desirelessness is achieved at the enlightenment. Until then, the unenlightened beings desire to live because they desire to enjoy life. To enjoy life through the sense organs. We have 6 sense organs. The eye, the external sense organs 5. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin, etc. are external sensory organs. Then we have an internal sensory organ in the mind. The mind desire for happiness or for pleasure in the mind. Mind desires a pleasant mind. The mind can have a pleasant state when all desires are satisfied. Desires means sensory desires, desires of the senses. To enjoy life through sense organs, the unenlightened beings are always searching for the sensory objects they like. Sensory objects that can make them happy. That is the positive sensory desires. Desire has 2 aspects, positive and negative. Positive desire is to get hold of what one desires, what one likes. Negative desire is to get rid of what one dislikes. Therefore, both the positive and the negative aspect is a desire. Desire to have and the desire not to have. Have what? The desirable sense objects. What one's sense organs desire. These desires have three main aspects. The general desire for sensory pleasure, referred to in Buddhist language as kama tanha. Desire to have the things that what one likes, that is called bhava tanha. If you want to have tea, you may desire to have hot tea. One may desire to have tea that is cooled down a little, not very hot. One may have desire to have plain tea without milk and sometimes without sugar. Some may like sugar, not only sugar, some may like milk in the tea. That is the way our sense organs are desiring a particular type of sense objects of one's choice. And other sense objects different from what one likes are rejected. That is, the negative desire to get rid of what one dislikes, while our main desire is a positive desire to have what we like. In Buddha's language, desires are born through our experience that we have with our sense organs. Therefore, first we have to come in contact with sense objects, may be desirable or undesirable. If they are desirable, we want to have them. If they are undesirable, we don't want to have them. That means we want positively or we want negatively. In this way, our desires have a magnetic nature in them. The two main aspects of the magnetic power is attraction and repulsion. We experience them in our mind as our likes and dislikes. And likes and dislikes are made of mental magnetism. Mental magnetism is an electromagnetism. Once one is enlightened, one becomes aware of sense objects, comes into contact with the sense objects through pure electricity. In the unenlightened, that contact gets polluted by likes and dislikes. Mental magnetism. Then the enlightened one becomes aware of sense organs through electromagnetism of the mind, while the unenlightened one becomes aware, contact sense objects through electro-mental magnetism. Enlightenment means purify the mind of its magnetic aspect that we experience as our likes and dislikes. Likes lead to attachment, dislikes leads to resentment. Both our likes and dislikes are based on our inability to know the real nature of what we like or dislike. For example, the basic nature of all what we like or dislike is subjected to birth, decay and death. They get manifested, they last for a limited time, and they get extinct. That means whatever material objects that you desire to enjoy are temporary. They are dynamic. They are impermanent. That impermanence is manifested by constant transformation, changing one form into another form. A baby may become a child may become a boy or a girl, the boy or the girl may become an adolescent can become a youth can become a matured person, the matured person can become an old person, the old person may die and become a dead body. Those are transformations of birth, decay and death that we experience in this material world. Once one realizes that everything is ephemeral, dynamic, changing every moment, and that we can retain nothing permanent. Buddha referred to the basic triple nature of the universe and every item in it as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca means everything is dynamic, impermanent, changing. Changing means that is anicca. Dukkha means transformation. Everything gets transformed every moment. Therefore, nothing can retain a permanent identity, and that is called anatta. Therefore, when one realizes the actual real nature of things, one would realize nothing can be retained forever. Whether we like or dislike, everything is subject to decay and destruction. That is the nature of the material world. Once this reality is realized, one becomes content with what one experiences through one's sense organs that lead to sense satisfaction, that leads to desirelessness. Desirelessness means the ability to accept things as they are. That is called yatha labha santutti, being content with things as they are. Yatha labha santutti. We become content with things as they are by seeing their real nature. That is called yatha bhuta jnana darsana. Thus, the mind can become demagnetized. Enlightenment means demagnetization of the mind. Until one passes away after enlightenment by parinibbana, the electricity in the mind and the body is working. And that too comes to the final end at the Parinibbana, the passing away of an enlightened one. Thereafter, one can use one's sense organs to be aware of sense objects without liking, disliking or ignoring. In Pali, that state of mind is called vitaragi, vitadosi, vitamohi. Vitaragi means no likes. Vitadosi means no dislikes. Vitamohi means no negligence, no inattentiveness. There can be constant attentiveness, constant awareness without liking and disliking. That ability can be cultured by the Buddhist meditation, by being aware of sense of objects, the objects that comes in contact with the sense organs. One can be aware of those objects without liking, without disliking, and without ignoring through negligence. Such a mind is tranquil, peaceful, and pleasant. And that is the Nirvana that one can experience in this very life itself. For that, one receives the discipline of the sense organs. It is called Indriya Samvara Sila. Indriya are sense organs. Samvara means discipline. What is the discipline? Being aware with neither attachment nor resentment. Being aware of things without liking, without disliking, but accepting things as they are. And that is the path to Nirvana, and at the enlightenment, that capacity becomes permanent. The capacity to accept sense objects without attachment, without resentment, and without negligence or inattentiveness. As I mentioned earlier, that nature of the mind is called vitaragi, vitadosi, vitamohi. That is the nature of an enlightened mind. Vitaragi means it is free from liking. Vitadosi means it is free from disliking. Vitamohi means it is free from negligence through inattentiveness. That means the mind is alert, the mind is aware, but not disturbed by things outside, not disturbed by the nature of sense objects, because that mind can accept things as they are. That is the nature of the mind that is referred to in the Mahamangala Sutra, saying, Puttasa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati. Such a mind is not disturbed by the worldly objects, the sensory objects, because that mind can accept things, everything, and all things without liking and disliking. And such a mind is tranquil. That tranquility is the Nirvana that we can enjoy or that we can experience in this very life itself. Such a life is tranquil, peaceful, pleasant, undisturbed by other things, no pain, That is the bliss of life. While using sensory contacts wisely.